Ohio has some of the cheapest car insurance in the country. But here's what nobody tells you. That low price comes with minimums so thin that one hospital visit wipes them out completely. We're talking about $25,000 in bodily injury coverage, 1 week in the hospital, and you're personally liable for tens of thousands more. Let's break down what's actually required in Ohio and what will actually protect you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what Ohio law requires, why it's not enough, and how to build coverage that won't bankrupt you if something goes wrong. Ohio requires just two things: 25,000 per person and 50,000 per accident in bodily injury liability, plus 25,000 in property damage. That's it. Ohio is not a no-fault state, so you don't need personal injury protection. And here's the kicker: uninsured motorist coverage isn't required at all. Most states have figured this out already. Minnesota, for comparison, requires significantly higher minimums, but Ohio keeps it bare bones to keep premiums down. Here's the math that matters. Average emergency room visit in Ohio runs $3,500. Hospital admission hits 15 to 40,000. A surgery can run 30 to 150,000. So if you're at fault in an accident and someone ends up in the hospital for a week, your 25,000 is gone before they're even discharged. Or the injured person then sues you personally for the rest. I see this all the time in my agency. Someone thinks they're covered and they're not. Same thing with property damage. Average new car in Ohio costs $48,000. If you total someone's vehicle, your $25,000 property damage limit leaves a $23,000 gap you're personally responsible for. About 13% of Ohio drivers have zero insurance. That's 1 in every 8 drivers on the road. If one of them hits you and totals your car without uninsured motorist coverage, you're chasing them down personally. Good luck collecting from someone who doesn't have insurance in the first place. That's when a lot of people realize they made a mistake. So here's what makes sense. Jump your bodily injury up to 100,000 per person and 300,000 per accident. Get 100,000 in property damage. Add uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage at the same 100 and 300. And if your car is worth over $8,000, get comprehensive and collision. Know what the kicker is? In Ohio, upgrading from minimum to solid coverage usually runs you $300 to $500 more per year. Given how cheap Ohio rates already are, that's a no-brainer. The biggest mistake I see is people in Columbus and Cleveland running with just the minimums because they're shopping on price alone. They see that Ohio is cheap and they think they're golden. And then something happens. You cause an accident on I-71.